I'm really gonna have to say this company's name over and over again, aren't I? Let's take a look at the FQ777 Spider 126. I'm just gonna call it the Spider from now on. So yeah, as you can see, this is a tiny little hexacopter encased inside of its own controller, and it has a 720p camera on the front of it. Just taking a look in here. Almost immediately the USB power cable fell out. Here is the instruction manual with both English and Chinese on it. And for mode 2, which is the default, here's the layout of the controller. So you can see it's got 1-key automatic return and headless mode. I can go ahead and tell you right now, I'm not gonna like the layout of these buttons. But it does look like you push the left stick in order to change the speed, you push the right stick in order to do flips. There's a button on the right-hand side there for photo and video, a button on the left-hand side for headless mode, and one for 1-key return. And all the rest of them are trim buttons. At least that's what I'm gonna assume. And wow. So yeah, this is a little bigger than I kind of expected it to be. Here's my hand. I'm not complaining, definitely not complaining. That's not a bad size. But this is definitely quite a bit bigger than I thought it was gonna be. They labeled it Spider when they probably should have called it Tarantula. But here's our controller. Flip it over first hand. There's actually a storage compartment on the back for all of the accessories, and the door doesn't come off. That's very nice. You've got prop guards in case you want those. You've got 6 spare props and actually sticks in case you want to use sticks instead of the thumb pads. Little tiny screwdriver, charging plug here on the back in case you want to charge off of this, and a micro SD card reader. And again, everything fits inside of the controller. That is so cool. It's just really hard to get this little door open. And unfortunately, I cannot seem to get the USB charging cable down inside of there. Here on the bottom and actually on the top, there's screws to the screwdriver. Boy, that's interesting. It kind of looks like it takes, yeah, 4 AA batteries. You have 2 on this side, 2 on that side. Very interesting. And I can immediately see a problem. It's gonna be really difficult to tell up from down on this because it's not labeled or anything. It's all black, matte. I do like the rubberized plastic on the outside. This is a very soft to the touch feel, very nice. But I just happened to notice I was holding it like this, and all of a sudden this stick doesn't quite work that way. If I had to guess, maybe you can use it in mode 1 or mode 2. It does mention mode 1 in the manual, but the sticks do have clickiness to them. All the buttons appear to click appropriately, and there's a lot of them. I may have to put some labeling or something on here, just like a dot of whiteout or something on the buttons. The ones that I'm actually going to be using. And last but certainly not least, let's take a look at the hexacopter itself. It's red with white accents. You can see here on the top, the micro SD card actually inserts up here, and it is a 4GB card. You've got what appears to be a pretty decently sized lens here on the front, and strangely enough, interchangeable batteries. This one in particular being a 220 milliamp hour battery. Now the thing is, it's interchangeable, but it has this very strange small plug on it, so it's not going to be hugely interchangeable. And the battery does butt right up against that little plug, so there might be problems with that in the long run. But we go ahead and plug it in, and you can see a couple of lights did come on. So we have red in the front, blue in the back. Doesn't look like there's any lights on the top. The on-off switch is actually on the back of the transmitter, so I'll go ahead and flip this on. And you can see it just beeped and lit up. Did the up down, and we are now paired. In case you're curious what it sounds like, because I know a lot of people are. Yep, it sounds kind of like a little nano quadcopter, nano hexacopter. Let's see if we can do photo and video. That flashed, I'm guessing that was a photo. And that beeped, so I'm guessing that it is filming me now. So this is what the 720p video would look like, although I'll probably end up using the audio from my main camera. Just wanted to sort of give you a little bit of a look at what the footage would look like inside in good lighting. And there you go. So at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and just run it through 1 battery just to give it a little bit of time for the motors to warm up, charge it all back up. We'll take it outside and fly it around a little bit. All right, we are outside with the Spider. I'm not even gonna go into the full name. Very bright out here. Let's see how it does. It's immediately got a bit of a wobble to it. But there you go. Looks like a very decently fast yaw rate. So, second rate, there's your spin, and third rate, pretty fast spin there. Let's see, first rate, you get a very little amount of pitch, not a huge amount. Second rate, a little bit more, but not much. And third rate, that's a decent amount. Yeah, that's not bad. Although it seems to be just mainly to one side. Although, look at that. I'll have to bring it down closer. It immediately just sort of took away from me. Nice little funnels there. Nice. I love the way this little thing flies. It's zippy. Might be a little too zippy. Alright, let's try some flips while the wind is down. Gives itself a lot of throttle before a flip. But they're nice, they're tight. Alright, let's let's go back into the second rate, and we'll try the headless mode real quick. So headless mode, we should be in now, and it's backwards. So I'll flip this way, make it a little easier to see. Yeah, we're now headless, so it doesn't matter which direction I'm pointing, I'm always pointing the right direction. Nice. Alright, one key return. Sort of works, takes it in a weird direction. But again, not something I'm really going to be using. One key return. Yep, that's what it's doing. So all in all, I mean, we're not going to get a huge amount of flight time out of this. It says 5 to 6 minutes. Very zippy though. Second rate is about where I would like to stay. Third rate gets a little bit much. That ain't bad. Decent little funnels in second rate. As long as the video's decent. And it's very stable. I'm not even touching it right now. It's going backward, but that's maybe a little bit of a breeze. Get some pretty decent distance too. See how far I can go before I don't want it to take off. I'd rather it drop. Wow, that's very nice distance. Yeah, that's way out there. Alright, let's do a bit of a quick video test here. We should be recording now. And there's me, if you can see me. There you go. Just fly around and get some different samples of stuff. Take it over by the house and maybe get some close-ups of those flowers. A little hard to keep it steady because there's a little bit of wind. So hopefully that's a pretty decent little sample of the video. From what I tested indoors earlier, the video looks quite nice at 720p. It was very clear. I was just very surprised. It's a little bit zoomed in, but still, really pretty image. So yeah, I'm curious to see how this is going to turn out, but still, 720p in something this size. LVC warning now, and that's at about 5 minutes. Very nice flyer. The video quality inside looked just amazing. I mean, 720p in something this size, and to be as clear as it was, really surprising, I have to say. And that looked like it was about 5.5 minutes. I did lose a little bit of time there, but still, 5 minutes on something this size that can do 720p video. Very impressive. And I think that's actually where I'm going to wrap it up for today. You can find this over on Geek Buying for about 35 bucks. And for 35 bucks to get something that is built like this is, as small and as peppy as it is, and it does 720p video that looks as good as this appears to look, I say this is an absolute win. Check down in the description for the link if you're interested. Thanks so much to Geek Buying for sending it out for me to take a look at. Thanks to you guys for watching, and we will see you again next time.